Hello girlfriends, and welcome to the first episode of Girlfriend Shopping Hour on Tracy Gold Show. And this is going to happen on Fridays at 1 p.m. So grab something fun to drink, whatever it is, coffee, tea, your drink of choice. If it's later, if you want to drink something else, you're more than welcome. Hi Susan, so great to see you. So grab your drink and let's get started, because today we are talking about how to look slimmer instantly. Because so many of us, including me, I don't know about you, but including me, have got a little bit extra, right? Over lockdown, over time, being in our apartments for so long, not being able to walk around and exercise as we normally would. I am feeling, I don't know about you girlfriends, but I'm not feeling my completely fit and slim self. So while I get my body back, I want to know how to dress myself. And luckily I do, because I've been a personal stylist for over 18 years and I have dressed a variety of women. And I mean a variety, different body shapes, sizes, etc. I'm also a designer and I've been designing for women of various different shapes and sizes. So today I'm going to share with you some tips that are going to help you to dress slimmer and look slimmer instantly. Now, let me also just put a caveat in here. This is not about not loving yourself. This is not about not being accepting of the body shape that you have, because I am all for appreciating our bodies, loving ourselves as we are. It's just making clothing choices that are going to help. And some things we put on and they look fabulous on us, and some things we put on and not so much. And that is going to be for every single woman. There is not one woman I have ever met that can wear just anything. It doesn't exist. I know we think it exists, but it actually doesn't, because there will always be things that look better on us and things that don't. I'm so happy to see all of you coming on live. It's wonderful to have you here, and I'm waving, even though I'm not clicking all the waves, I'm waving to all of you. So what I'm going to do for this time is we're going to talk about the tips first. And listen, girlfriends, if you've got things in your wardrobe that can help you to do this, use your existing wardrobe. It's all about using what you have, and then when you do purchase, that you purchase consciously, that you do so in a way that you know you're going to wear those things. So many of us during COVID, at the beginning of COVID, did a declutter of our wardrobes, right? And we realized we don't need so many clothes, we don't need so many shoes, we don't need so many handbags. So hopefully you've decluttered, but you may be feeling like, I don't know about you, but I feel like I have definitely gone through some changes during COVID, and I'm feeling a little different, and I'm feeling like my clothing needs to reflect that. And so I have been in search for a few new things, but I'm doing so with such consciousness. I'm doing so to make sure that, am I going to wear this? Am I going to love it? Am I going to wear it for a long period of time? Can I mix it and match it? Can I dress it up and dress it down? So those are the things you want to ask yourself. So first we're going to talk about the tips. If you can utilize this in your existing wardrobe, go ahead and do that. However, I am going to show you some examples, and these are from my collection. They are clothes that are going to help you to look slimmer instantly. And it helps because if I say, you know those tops that do this and this and that? You go, Tracy, no, I don't know those tops. So I have a mannequin here. Unfortunately, mannequins are really small. I mean, like, who do they think they're measuring them from? I don't know. But anyway, I tried to find one that was at least not tiny. I don't know how successful I've been. But I'm going to give you some really good tips. I'll show you some on my body, and then I'll show you some clothes as well that I think are going to help. And during this, I'm going to be pinning some product in the store. So I have set up some things in the Instagram store, but you can go to anything that we've mentioned today. You can go to tracygoldshow.com/shop. In fact, you can find the link in the bio of my profile here on Tracy Gold Shop. Tracy Gold Show shop. I know it's getting a little confusing. It's tracygoldshow.com. Don't Google it. Ladies, don't Google it. You will find Tracy Gold from Growing Pains. I'm a different Tracy Gold, okay? So let's get started, because I'm sure you are ready to hear how to be dressed slimmer. All right. So the number one tip, and this is something I have used with all of my clients and used on an ongoing basis in my own wardrobe as well, is the best thing that you can do for yourselves, girlfriends. The best thing. And this doesn't matter what shape, what size, how curvy, how not you are. this is going to work for you. Even if you're tiny, tiny and you're small, this is going to work for you. You want to emphasize your waist. Okay, so what does that mean? Now, for most of us, we go into an absolute panic because we have a misconception about where our waists actually are. We now think our waists are down here because we've been wearing hipsters for way too long. Thank goodness that those days are over. But girlfriends, our waist is actually up in here. It's up in our waist. So I want you to take your hands. Please keep watching, but feel inside your waist. You feel that narrowest point? That is where you are the slimmest. Okay? So go to your narrowest point. That's what you want to emphasize. Now, why do we want to do that? And is that going to emphasize our tummies? Because I know many women are going, woo, I do not want to show off my tummy. No, it's not about that. In fact, it's doing the opposite. So what you're doing two things when you emphasize your waist. Number one, you are showing the natural balance between your shoulders or your bust, whichever you are well blessed with. In my case, it's definitely my shoulders, and your hips. Okay? So you are showing the natural balance here. Now, many of us are naturally balanced. Even in this mannequin, okay, you can see shoulders and hips. Now, if I take this top and I do that, this is a great example. Okay, imagine she's wearing something on underneath. We wouldn't want her to go topless, right, on Instagram. Now, imagine if we're doing this. What happens? She actually looks like a block, right? She looks straight up and down. And in fact, if she's wider on the bottom and this is pulling out wider, what it's going to make it look like is that she is wide all the way from here up. She's one size, but she isn't. She has this gorgeous waist here. So what we want to do is we want to emphasize the waist, girls. Look at how that changes. I mean, this is a mannequin, for heaven's sake, so it works for the mannequin. So it's definitely going to work for you. So you can see here that this already emphasizing the waist is giving her this beautiful hourglass shape. Okay? So that's what it's going to do for you. We're going to talk about how you're going to do that in a moment because there's a couple of different ways you can do this. Now, what you also want to understand, and this is the very cool thing. So if you are short, anything like me, I'm only 5'2", then, hey Sandy, I see all of you are coming on. It's so wonderful to have you live. Thank you for joining us today. Okay, so if you are emphasizing your waist, what you're also doing simultaneously is making yourself look taller. Yay! Okay? I love this one. This is one of the reasons why I use it all the time. Because when you're emphasizing your waist, you're actually making your legs look like they start from here as opposed to the end of your top. Okay? Then it's kind of less important about where your top is. If you've got that shapely look, right? If you're going wide, again, I'm going to use the dummy as an example, the mannequin. Okay? You're going to look, it's going to make her legs look like they start from the end of her top versus starting from here. That's a lot of extra length, okay? So girls, even if you are wearing flat shoes, I don't wear high heels often. I have to be honest. I live in New York City. I'm in my late 40s. I am over that thing of wearing painful shoes to look good. I don't do it. I have 1 or 2 pairs that maybe I'll wear for a shoot. That's about it. I cannot. And then I'm like in pain. I don't do pain for fashion. Not even me. I don't do pain. So what you want to do is emphasize, by emphasizing your waist, you're doing the 2 things. You're focusing, you're creating that balance, and you're making yourself look taller. One of the things it also does, and this is very important, this is one of the reasons why it also makes you look slimmer, especially if you have a tummy, is many of us are nervous about the mid, right? Our tummies are, I mean, I don't know about you, but that's where my extra is. Definitely that's where my extra is. And that's a whole nother conversation, so we can have a whole nother show on that. In fact, maybe that's a good show. Let me know in the comments if you want to hear a show on that. Now, if you are emphasizing your waist, which is higher up than your tummy, it actually de-emphasizes your tummy. It's amazing, okay? It is absolutely amazing. And I have seen this happen for so many women. So many women, let me just say, I have styled a variety of women, different shapes, sizes, you name it, I've done it, and it works. Now, emphasizing your waist might be different for you than it will be for another woman, because we're all different. So you may have more of a cinch if you need more curve. You may want less of a cinch if you've got such a defined waist with bigger hips, because you may want to kind of gently, but no matter how you emphasize it, it's important that you do it. So, how do we emphasize the waist? Good question! Yay! Okay, so I'm going to show you some really, really easy ways to do it, because there are some amazing ways. And I'm going to just pin this product here real quick, the one that I have on the mannequin, just a second. Okay, and I'm going to pin that. So it is in the shop, but you can go to Tracy Gold tracygoldshow.com/shop, and you will see some of the pieces that I'm going to be speaking about in this broadcast. Now, I only have 2 of them. I have a medium large and a large extra large, which I'll talk about the sizing just now, but I only have 2. So if you do want them, girls, you're going to have to grab them. Okay, so this is called, well, this is what my clients called the magic top. So I designed this years ago. We sold a ton of them. I mean, a ton of them. And they all used to go, oh my goodness, that's a magic top, because of what it does. So as you could see, you know, when you do this, it's very unflattering versus this. Now, what it also does is if you are fairly busty and you do want to cut your bust. Now, let me just say, I'm very jealous of those ladies who are busty, because me, not so much. Okay, but for you girls that are busty, this is also perfect because it draws the eye down, okay, and you're going to emphasize your waist. What this does is you put a cami on underneath it and it cuts the expanse of the look. It's incredible. For those of you who aren't as busty like me, it'll just be a little bit more closed, which is perfect too. It works for both. Absolutely works for both. Now, by emphasizing the waist, you're also de-emphasizing the tummy, which is down here. Plus, this little tie that goes down hides the tummy too. It also draws the eye down the body, which automatically makes you look taller and slimmer. Okay, so this is a great piece. It has got a 3/4 sleeve. It's in a really beautiful stretchy fabric. All of my styles are in stretchy fabrics, and the reason being is because I like to be able to move. Girls, I don't know about you, but I'm done with the uncomfortable. I definitely want comfortable, okay? So this is a beautiful stretch fabric. It's quite a nice, it's called viscose lycra, but it's a lovely weight. It's not that very, very thin viscose lycra that you can absolutely see through, or that gets holes in it very quickly. It's a really, really nice weight, and that's also going to give you a little bit more of a skim and a hold. Yay. So I have them in 2 different, and they are on sale, by the way. So they're normally they're normally $99, so almost 100, and they're selling for 80. Now, the medium to large, bear in mind, because it's very, very flexible, okay? So you almost want to size down a little bit, you know, like rather go for the smaller size. So the medium to large is going to suit somebody who is a, let me just work it out again quickly, 4 to 6. I think it's an 8 to 10 US, and a 10, and a 12 to 14 UK. So I'm from South Africa, and we use the UK one, but you know, so, and then the large to extra large is going to be more suitable for somebody than that next size up. So 16 to 20 in the UK and 12 to 14 in the US. I think that's right. I think that's right. Okay, so that's the one way of doing that. If you already have something similar in your wardrobe, fabulous. Get it out, use it, and now you know how to wear it. But make sure that you're doing it, that you're pulling it like this, so that you can get that really nice slimming effect. That's very, very important. Okay, now the next way that we're going to undress her real quick. There's going to be a whole bunch of things coming on. Okay, so the other thing that you can do, sorry, I didn't mean to go out of camera here. The other thing that you can do is to belt. So if you have got a couple of things in your closet that don't have the type of shape, then all you have to do is belt them. It's a really, really easy thing to do. So you can use, now what's great, hold on, I'm going to show you something here. Now this top that I have on here has already got, this is the wrap top. I have one left in a size large to extra large, but it doesn't have the flouncy sleeve, the fancy sleeve, which suits some women better because sometimes it does get in the way, especially when preparing food and things like that. Okay, so a belt is a wonderful way to cinch in the waist, and it gives that extra little bit of coverage. Okay, so this is the wrap. Now, you will see there's a lot of wrap to these tops, a lot of wrap. I don't just go, I mean, look at this, okay. So a lot of wrap tops I have found when I've tried them on, okay, so the dummy is obviously a smaller size than the top. But a lot of times what I find with the wraps is they just don't wrap over enough. They kind of, even for somebody as small busted as me, will kind of feel like I need to wear a cami underneath it, and it's always, that's not going to be the case with these wraps because they have a lot more wrap. Again, if you're busty, also let me pin this on as well, just a second, okay, and let me go edit, just a second. I'm learning, see girl, I'm learning how to do this one, guys, so just bear with me. Okay, great. There we go. So I have my selection. So this one here, you will see is that it wraps over nicely. Okay, if you are busty, then again, you can put a cami on underneath it. One of the things you want to avoid doing, a lot of us when we gain weight, we gain it in our bust as well. And that's just your body's way of just managing and balancing your body, which is great. But a lot of women go, oh my goodness, I've gained so much on my bust, and then they try and cover it up. Rather don't do that. Rather wear something that's going to give you shape and fit nicely, and then pop a cami on underneath it, because that's going to cut the expanse of it and it's going to work like a charm. It's also going to slim you down. Make sure that you've got that nice definition here, because that kind of definition is going to make a big difference in making you look slimmer. If you're wearing something big and boxy and baggy to cover up your bust, it's going to make you look like you're one big boob. That's actually what it's going to look like. It's not as flattering as if you go more fitted. Okay, so this is the belt. Now the amazing thing about a belt, let's say for argument's sake, this top was really baggy, okay, which is a great example here because you can see. Now imagine if this was like really, really baggy and we didn't have much definition here. By belting it, so you have a top in your wardrobe that you love to wear, that is comfortable, that is just fabulous, but it doesn't have the definition. It could even be dresses, maxi dresses, that kind of thing. You just pop a belt on it, and it suddenly will give it that definition. Even better, if you are wearing something baggy, put something that is wider. It's a wider belt, okay? I'm going to edit this again, and I'm going to show you what I'm using. Just a second. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so these are fabric belts, and they're amazing. They actually just define the waist. You take it straight up. You take it high up into the waist, okay? You want to go high, girls. You really, really want to go high. You go high up into the waist, and then, hello, Merle. So good to see you. And you can take it around several times, like this, or you can do like that. Okay, this, I have another belt underneath it. Can you see the difference? This is amazing. So if you have something baggy in your wardrobe that you love to wear, but you now realize, okay, it's better for me to define my waist, try a belt on it. I think you will be pleasantly surprised. I mean, really, really pleasantly surprised. So these are available, and they are $40. And it's stretch fabric, it's soft, so it's really, really comfortable to wear, because I find that many of us are not wanting to wear uncomfortable clothes now. We've come out of COVID wearing sweatpants for most of the time, and we don't want to be like, it's just not comfortable enough, right? So this isn't going to be uncomfortable because it's nice and soft. It's a really, really beautiful soft fabric, but it's firm enough to give you the hold. And these ties are super long, so you can cut them at any length you want them to, but if you take them down your body, it's going to make you even look taller once again. See, I'm all good at I love teaching women how to look taller. So this is available in 3 different colors. Okay, so we have red, black, and chocolate brown. So, and you want to grab these. So you can just click on that link there if you want to, or just go to tracygoldshow.com/shop and all the info will be there. Okay, now let's talk about print versus plain. This is a great example right here. Many women are terrified of prints because they're afraid they're going to make them look bigger. And in some cases, prints absolutely can make you look bigger, but it's easier than you think. So many think, oh, there's a whole long list and I have to learn which prints work for me and which are the rules. No, actually not. The thing is that when you wear a print, you want to wear it in a fitted garment, because the fitted garment is going to give you shape, okay? But the print is going to disguise the other stuff. So in this example, I've used the print on the top, which is important. If it was the other way around, it wouldn't work. The thing is, girls, that plain fabrics actually make, plain fabrics show everything. Now, many of us think plain fabrics are more slimming. They aren't necessarily. So if you were to wear this in a plain, if you were to just wear it in plain, it's going to show the belly, it's going to show the bra straps, it's going to show all of that. Whereas here, it doesn't. So you see, I had a client just the other day and she was like, oh, I think I want plain tops. I'm like, okay, just know what plain tops do. And then she was like, okay, I think I want print tops. Exactly. So print disguises a multitude of things, but you have to wear them in fitted garments. If you wear them in baggy garments, they are going to make you look bigger. They're going to make you look more voluminous. So that's the key. Again, if you have, let's say you have a printed summer dress that you absolutely love, just that is printed and it's beautiful and you love it, but it has no shape. Once again, girlfriends, just belt it. Belt it and that will give it some form of shape. It doesn't work for absolutely every shape. Some things just kind of, it bellows out, so that it depends on the fabric. So I'm just saying that it does work for a lot of shapes, but sometimes not. If it's a firm fabric, all it's going to do is add extra volume. But if it's a soft flowing fabric, which a lot of summer dresses are in, then it will work perfectly. Give it a try. Okay, now let's talk about more tips. So this is just so that you know, this is the last of the tops. This is the only one I have left, and it's in a large, extra large. So you can check that out. And if you have any questions around sizing, please feel free to contact me. You can DM me through Instagram, or you can contact me through our website. Email me on info@tracygoldshow.com. I'm very happy to help you, but do so quickly because this is the last one. So if you like it, get it, okay? Now, let's talk about other ways. Now, let's say you want to wear a dress, okay? And as many of us do, a wrap dress is ideal. It is absolutely amazing. So this is a wrap dress. I'm going to put this on real quick onto the dummy. Okay, again, prints are going to be your best friend because it doesn't show panty lines, it doesn't show anything, and you can still get that shape in. But again, you want to make sure that it has some fit. Once again, with a wrap, you have the belt, which helps a lot, okay? Or even just a shapy dress is good. Okay. So, besides the belting and the defining of the waist, the thing that also works with this kind of dress is the hem. Okay, so when you have a fitted and narrowed hem down to here, it's actually going to emphasize your widest point. So if your tummy is your widest point, if your hips are your widest point, if you are narrowed down, if you're wearing one of these dresses that go down like that, like a pencil dress, it's going to make whatever is above it look wider. It's just that illusion dressing. It's just one of those things. However, when you have a flare dress, the flare is at the bottom. That's the widest point, and that makes everything else above it look narrow in comparison. It is amazing how it works. Now, many women are nervous about this because they think I mean skater dresses, you know, those ones that go wing out like that in those thick fabrics. No, that's not necessarily. For some women that works, and if that works for you, absolutely fabulous, wear it. But in a lot of cases, that can, depending on your shape, make you look wider. And so that's why women are very afraid of flare. But the soft flowing fabric is amazing. You've got that little bit of flare, which is swing. It also makes it far more comfortable to sit in. So I feel like I can sit down in a wrap dress that's got a nice flare to it, and I don't have to worry about flashing anything. I don't have to worry about like, I can't walk up the stairs, or I can't sit down, or I can't do it, you know, because it's not allowing me to do so. You want to make sure that your clothes are comfortable. They have to be functional. Okay, so I'm going to just edit that. I'm going to share with you, and there's a couple of different dresses. I'm just going to share this one with you that I have on the mannequin now, but let me say that I do have a few available in different prints. So if that's not your coloring, then there's a couple of different ones. And again, you can go to tracygoldshow.com/shop. The link is in my bio. It'll be super easy, and there's links to all of that, so you can see exactly all the different varieties. You can also get a size guide in there, you know, in the FAQs on the website. It's very helpful. There's lots of information. So this is really helpful. This flare, this fit and flare is fabulous. Okay, so those are the tips. So first of all, define your waist, define your waist, define your waist, define your waist. That is the most important thing. Second of all, you can wear prints as long as they are fitted, and prints are wonderful because they help to disguise. Third of all, your fit and your flare is going to be your best friend when it comes to skirts and dresses, because it's going to balance everything else to the top. So it's absolutely fabulous. Now, just to say quickly, if you do want, so I have a couple of wrap tops, and these are, whoops, that's a dress. These are the only ones. So I have this beautiful poppy print. I have this beautiful blue print as well. Nice abstract print. This is this is a fall print. This is so gorgeous. And these are 3/4 sleeves. So great if you don't want to show too much of your arm, because, you know, as we get older, this kind of thing bothers some of us. And then this one, oh, this is beautiful. This is actually this is the longer though. This is for fall, winter. So this is great for people who are not in the US, or if you want to buy something and you know you're going to get some wear out of it for the fall. That's awesome. It's got a beautiful cuff on it. I don't know if you can see that. Hold on. That wasn't very effective. Let me do this properly. It is very soft fabric. It's a peak cuff. It's really, really beautiful. Matches the cuff on there. So, but again, on the website, and then I have this print in the wrap dress. This is in a large, extra large, and I have this one left over. So there's various sizes here, everything from small to extra large. So feel free to go onto the website, tracygoldshow.com/shop. The link is in the bio. Some of the items are in my Instagram shop as well, so you can shop those if you feel more comfortable with that. That's completely up to you. So I hope you have found this really, really useful. I'd love to hear your questions and your comments around dressing sim, what you find is working, what you find isn't working, what are your big concerns. I'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this, please join us on Fridays at 1 p.m. EDT time. There's going to be different things. So next week we're talking about how to get the perfect nude lipstick, and we're going to do the mask on, mask off test as well. Because we still have to wear masks in some places, right? So then it gets all over the mask. I found some tricks on that one. So I'm going to be sharing that with you, and how to find the perfect nude lipstick. And that is for all different shades. Okay, so we have for all different skin tones. There is not one color nude. There are a whole bunch of color nudes. So we're going to be talking about that next week. And then also Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I have fabulous interviews with inspiring women who share their stories and share their tips. And yeah, so go over to tracygoldshow.com and sign up to the newsletter, because that way you will stay up to date with all of the replays and what is happening. And we're going to be doing some fun events. We're going to be doing some amazing specials for Girlfriend Shopping Hour that is going to be exclusive to the insider list. So you want to get on that. Okay, ladies, have a wonderful Friday. It's been so amazing to have you here. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.